Hello everyone, welcome to MS Safety Webcast. In the third part of this ongoing video series on how to set up RDS with standard deployment in Server 2019, we are going to see the steps to configure RDS Web Access Server role on Server 2019. In this video, we will configure SSL certificate for RD Web Access Server and we will publish some test applications as the remote apps. For this guide, we will use a local enterprise root certification authority to get a SSL certificate for RD Web Access. Already I have installed and configured Active Directory Certificate service on our domain controller. Let's go to our domain controller. On ServerManager console, I'm going to click on Tools and click on Certification Authority. Let's maximize the console. Click on CA name. CA name is there, mylab-ws2k19-dc01-ca. We are going to use this certification authority to get a SSL certificate for our RD Web Access server. But before we do that, let's take a look at what our RD Web Access page looks like right now. For that, I'm going to open Internet Explorer. And in Internet Explorer, I'm going to specify the URL of our RD Web Access server, which is https://ws2k19-srv03.mylab.local/rdweb. Let's press Enter key. You can see that we are getting a certificate error that this site is not secure. For more information, I'm going to click on this link. And here we can see the message is there. Your PC doesn't trust this website security certificate. We are seeing this error. Why? Because RD Web Access server is already configured with self-signed certificate. That certificate is generated and linked at the time when you configured RD Web Access service. To fix this error, we need to set up SSL certificate on our RD Web Access server. So let's move to our ws2k19-srv03 server. On this server, we have installed and configured RD Web Access service. First, on the ServerManager console, I'm going to click on Tools and then we need to click on Internet Information Services Manager console. Maximize the console. First, we need to click on a server name, which is ws2k19-srv03. Then after, in a center, we need to double click on Server Certificates. If you have any existing server certificates on your server, those certificates will be listed here. As you can see, we have a one certificate and that is a self-signed certificate. Let's double click on it to confirm it. This is a self-signed certificate and that's why we are seeing this red cross button here. As you can confirm that the certificate is generated by the server itself. So now let's set up a certificate for our RD Web Access server. To create a new domain certificate, I'm going to click on this link that is going to start a new wizard for us. Type the server's FQDN in a common name field, which is ws2k19-srv03.mylab.local. If you want to use a subject alternative name in SSL certificate, that time you can use MMC console to create custom certificate request. But to keep this video simple, we are going to use the server's FQDN as a common name in this certificate. Once you provide all the details, click on Next to continue. On this console, we need to select the online certification authority. For that, we need to click on Select button. And this is their local certification authority on our domain controller ws2k19-dc01. CA name is there, mylab-ws2k19-dc01-ca. Okay, this is the same name is there. Let's select it and click on OK. Specify friendly name to identify the certificate. Here I'm giving name RD Web Access Cert. And let's click on Finish. The request for domain certificate will be sent to our local certification authority. Then CA will see this request and based on that request, CA will issue certificate to our server. As you can see, now we have one more certificate with the friendly name RD Web Access Cert. This certificate is issued by our local certification authority. Let's double click on it. And now you can see issued to our local server ws2k19-srv03.myliblocal and issued by our local certification authority. Let's click on OK. After you got a certificate from your certification authority, you need to export this certificate. For that, you can use this console or you can use MMC console as well. I'm going to double click on this certificate, click on details, and here I'm going to click on copy to file to export this certificate. On this wizard, I'm going to click on next button. Make sure you select this radio button to export the private key as well. Click on next. Next again. Here, select the password. Specify the password to protect this certificate. Once you provide password, click on next. Specify the location where you want to store this certificate. Let's go to our domain controller. Let's open File Explorer. On a C drive, I'm going to create one folder. Let's share this folder. See, we can access admin share as well. But to keep this simple, I'm going to share this folder. Permission. Let's remove. Let's add. Administrator. And give him a change permission. Apply. OK. Apply. OK. So only admin can access this share folder. Let's go back to our SRv03 server. Let's click on browse. And let's specify the UNC path. Cert is the name of our folder. Let's specify the name of our certificate. I'm giving name RD Web Access Cert. Let's click on save. Click on next and click on finish. We are receiving message that the export was successful. Click on OK. Click on OK. And let's close IIS Manager console as well. Let's go back to our domain controller. Let's open cert folder. And here we have a PFX file. We need to import the certificate on our session host server. Let's go back to our SRv02 server. Let's click on collections. Click on task. And select edit deployment properties. On this console, we need to click on certificates. We need to click on RD Web Access, and here you can see under label not configured. To select an existing certificate, we need to click on this link. To create a new certificate, you can click on this button as well. But let's click on select existing certificate. Click on browse to browse the location. Let's specify the UNC path. Let's click on open and select the PFX file RD Web Access Cert. So our path will be UNC path ws2k19fndc01/cert/RD Web Access Cert.pfx. We also need to specify the password which we have set up during the export process. Once you provide the password, you also need to select this checkbox to allow the certificate to be added to the Trusted Root Certification Authority Certificate Store. Click on OK. Click on Apply and wait for a few seconds. Perfect. Here we can see RD Web Access Certificate is trusted, status is OK, and state is a success. If you want to see the details about the certificate which we have configured for RD Web Access, you can click on View Details. Fine. Here we can see the details about the certificate. Let's click on OK. Click on OK and let's close it. After configuring SSL certificate for RD Web Access Server, it's time to test it. Let's again go back to our domain controller. So it's not like that. You need to go back to your domain controller. You can test these things from any computer. On domain controller, let's open Internet Explorer. Let's close the existing tab. And let's type the URL to access our RD Web Access Server. And as you can see, this time we are not getting any certificate related error. Why? Because now we have configured our RD Web Access Server with proper SSL certificate. To see that certificate, we can click on this lock icon and click on View Certificate. You can see that same certificate is there, ws2k19-srv03.myliblocal, and this certificate is issued by our local certification authority. Click on OK. Let's specify user credential to sign into our RD Web Access Server. Once you provide username and password, click on Sign In. On this console, you can see MyLab collection is there, but we don't have any applications available as a remote app on our RD Web Access server. So our next step is to publish some applications so users can access those applications using RD Web Access server. Let's again move to our WS2K19-SRV02 server. But before we do that, let me sign out from this session. Let's go back to our SRV02 server. Let's click on MyLab collection. And under remote app programs, as you can see, this list is empty. To publish a new remote app program, we need to click on this link, or we can click on task and we can select publish remote app programs. That is going to start a wizard for us. It is currently retrieving the list of programs installed on your RD session host server. For the testing purpose, I'm going to select calculator and server manager. Fine. Let's click on next and click on publish. Let's wait for a few seconds to publish this application as a remote app programs. Perfect. Calculator and server manager were successfully published in MyLab collection. Let's click on close to close this console. And now we can verify that calculator and server manager is listed as a remote apps. Let's again go back to our domain controller. Let's again sign in with the credential of our user, user1. Once you provide username and password, click on sign in button. And this time we can see calculator and server manager is listed as a remote apps on our RD Web Access server. To launch your application, we simply need to click on it. Click on connect. Wait for a few seconds and then your application will be open up. Perfect. Calculator is open up successfully. It looks like calculator is running on this computer when in fact it is running on RD session host. How we can confirm that? Let's again go back to our SRV02 server. Click on task and select refresh. And here we can see one session is there from MyLab/user1 and the session state is active. If you want to send a message to that user, you can right click here and select a send message. Let's type your message. Click on send. After you type a message, let's go to our domain controller and here we can see a message is there from administrator. So this is the way how we can configure SSL certificate for RD Web Access server, and after that we have also seen the steps to publish test application as a remote app. That's it for this video guide. Thank you all for watching this video. In the next video, we are going to see the steps to configure a user profile with remote desktop services.